Hey there, it's Jeremy with ChampionPedals.com. I'm here today to show you our brand new HT MIDI Interface 2. This is a prototype board, just it's not going to really be exactly this form function, but you'll see exactly how all the functions work. We have a nice 1-inch OLED screen. So what we're going to do is show you how to use this Ground Control Pro with the HT MIDI Interface 2, and I'm also going to explain some of the functions. So right now, both of these are factory default. So we're going to set up this Ground Control Pro. You press the two setup buttons. First thing you do is hit button number 2. And then you hit the cursor right, scroll all the way over to starts at 1. And we're going to hit the button number 3, which is minus. We're going to start at 0. Lastly, we're going to hit button number 7, which is utility. We scroll down once. We're going to, instead of 10 presets per bank, we're going to do 4 presets per bank. I'm going to scroll down once more. We're going to turn the global program on just for a demo that I'm going to show you. You don't have to have that or not. It gives you an alternate preset, you'll see. So we're going to go ahead and save that. Boom. And now we're ready to operate. So the first thing we're going to do, we're on preset 1. The quickest and easiest way to set this thing up and program it, let's say these buttons are backwards, so this is 1, this is 8. This is the Blackstar Clean, OD1, OD2, Reverb, Audio Loop 1, Audio Loop 2, Switch 1, Switch 2. So I'll turn the first 4 on. We hit the store button, it's stored. Now, a couple different ways we could do this. We could call up preset 2 with our MIDI controller. And as you see, it called up preset 2, but I'm going to show you something cooler. With preset 1, we have this little click wheel, so we can simply go to preset 2 and click it. Now we're at preset 2. I'm going to turn these 4 on, and I'm going to save them. And now I'm going to go to preset 3. We're going to turn every other one on, and we're going to store it. And I'm going to show you something cool. We just called up, so I call it preset 2 on the ground control. If you hit button 3 on the ground control, it pulls up preset 3. But with the global preset that we programmed in the ground control, if we hit button 3 again, it goes to preset 72. So I'm going to do the alternate ones of these just so we can get a little light show. So I just stored it to preset 72. The ones and the zeros represent which loops are on and off. And as I said, these buttons are backwards, however the screen is not. So the eye on the left is the first channel, which it corresponds with this. So that shows you what the preset actually is. And you can turn these off, and then you can still at a quick glance know what you actually had on or off. So now what we're going to do, so preset 1, preset 2, preset 3, preset 72. And I can just kind of scroll this. And as you see, it's hitting both things. So that's real cool. Another way that this can work, we're going to go to the next bank just so I can show you a good example. So we're on preset 5 now. We can use our instant access buttons here, and they will turn the loops on and off. And these are by factory default. These are the same numbers as a GCX guitar switcher would be, number 80 through 87. So I just did those. I could hit store, and preset number 5 is going to be stored and good to go. Now we're going to go back to preset 5. We're going to shut those off, and the reason why is I'm going to show you another way to do this. Let's say we don't want to store the presets inside of the HT MIDI interface, but instead we'd rather store them in the GCX. A lot of people do it that way. They control a lot of different things from their GCX. So the way to do that is very simple. We would simply hit the two setup buttons, hit button 4 for expanders. We're going to hit the yes plus to turn GCX1 on. We simply save it. So now, the way that this is going to work, so if we come in here, I'm going to turn a couple of presets on within this GCX. So I turned the first 4 on, which are these ones. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to store it. Well, actually, we got to be, so it's going to be preset 5. We'll turn 1, 2, 3, 4 on. We'll store it. So this is going to have us scroll down a couple times. And boom. Save. So now, when we come back to 5, boom. they all turned on, but notice it's all zeros in here. So we're not using the presets in the HT MIDI interface anymore. Now we're using the presets directly on the Ground Control Pro. What the benefit of that is now from our lights on our ground control, we know exactly what's on or off within our pedal. So if we were to hit basically any one of these, they're real time. Boom, boom. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea how this works. I'll kind of explain the interface here. We have a front panel MIDI jack. The production product's not going to have any side jacks. You're going to have your MIDI through on the back and also your power jack. We have the 9-pin DB9 connector for your Blackstar amps. I did an audio loop, 2 audio loops. It's basically our tap dance pedal built in, so you have an input for your guitar, a send and a return for your audio loop 1, a send and a return for your audio loop 2, and then we have an output to go out to your amp. So now these 2 buttons will turn those audio loops on and off via relays. And then we have the production model is only going to have 1 1/4-inch jack, but it's going to be a stereo switch jack that allows you to switch the functions of anything that takes a 1/4-inch switcher. Kind of run you through this little menu setup that we've got here. So if you click this wheel, let's say you want to change your MIDI channel number. So you click your MIDI channels, you've got your program change right here. It can be 1 through 16. So you set it to whatever you like, click it. If you click the menu again, same thing. You can go in if you want to change your CC numbers, the CC channel rather, it's right there. And again, these are defaults the same as a GCX guitar switcher. That way it's just plug and play with the industry standard Ground Control Pro. So if we go back into these menus, let's say you want to change an individual CC number of an output. You simply would click it. You've got your 8 outputs here. You pick which one it is. So let's say it's loop A. By default, it's 84. You can switch it to anything you want, 1 through 128. You find the one you want, click it, and it's set. Also, we can determine if it's latching or momentary. The Blackstar amps like momentary switches for the first 4, so we use those for momentary and the rest would be latching. That presents a little challenge with the internal presets, but we'll discuss that later. You guys have a great day.